All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Complexity Casting action. We got another game coming up right now in Scrimcast Live. Complexity taking on QsQ 357 in this Scrim series. And, well, Complexity looking very, very, very strong in that first game. I mean, Franzi on Torture, able to get the roam of his life, going up to 8-0 on Torture, and really able to shut down a lot of the long lane potential there from QsQ. Jonas and Fan having a hard time there. Moonbander in the aggressive tri-lane bottom was able to get great farm against Nox in that short lane solo, being played or playing that Blood Hunter. And then, of course, the mid lane matchup, B-Kid did fantastic. He was able to get levels, didn't give up any kills. Dragon was able to do all right up top, able to get some early levels, and then later on able to assist in some kills and get the farm that he needed. Overall, Complexity looked like they were firing on all cylinders, and in this preview matchup of this weekend's HoN Tour Diamond Cycle number 3 lower round of 4 best-of-3 series between these two teams, well, looks like Complexity perhaps a little bit stronger, as most people I think would agree. Complexity just a little bit stronger than QsQ. QsQ generally ranked team number 4 in the current lineup, but maybe encroaching a little bit there by TTEs after their victory over TDM this weekend. But it's all going to come down to this. There's 6 left in HoN Tour, and this weekend will decide where these teams really should be. Let's get into this game, though. This Scrim series, these teams just hoping to get a little bit of practice against one another, try out some different strats, and just always work on their skills, work on their coordination, and of course, show us some great games. So let's get on into it, guys. Blind Band's going out. Hellborn choosing to get rid of Tempest and Keeper of the Forest. 2 very, very strong junglers right there. And of course, the Hellborn team generally banning Keeper of the Forest. The Legion just loves to get that hero and throw him in the long lane suicide or even the jungle. Works very well in either of those positions. Ophelia and Parasite being banned out by Legion this time, so completely reversed bans from what I recall in the last game. But once again, 4 jungle heroes being blind banned. So we'll see how that one comes into it. We do look at the lock pool. First lock, well, Complexity saying, hey, Wild Soul? Yeah, we'll take that. Actually, Tempest was not blind banned, it was Wild Soul last game. So that is what was going on. And, well, let's take a look at this lock pool. Pebbles, Voodoo Jester, Luna, Glacius, and Bubbles. So that's what we're looking at. Of course, a great strength initiator right there with the Pebbles and then Suicides. And then throw in 3 supports. The versatile Luna could play something else, but a heavy support lock pool. So interesting there. Of course, Nova likes to lock his favorite support heroes when he's able to, but not quite the normal lock pool that we see with lots of suicides and junglers, as a lot of the junglers have already been banned out. Let's take a look at the rest of the bans, though. B-Kid gets rid of Fade, Draconis, Cherizaya, and the only one I'm even going to address is the Fade, just the awesome map potential, the map control and ganking potential from Fade, just putting the fear of God in the other team, and God is in this case Fade. Draconis, a great hard carry right there. Engineer, Zephyr, and Rally going to be banned out by QsQ. So interesting adding the Rally right there with Zephyr and Draconis being banned out. Some of the stronger carries that are left in, of course, the Moon Queen and Silhouette, which are being picked so fast right now. Let's take a look at that. First pick was, in fact, Moon Queen. Immediately snap pick by QsQ was Silhouette and Amphora, so going with their own hard carry and a support. Monkey King Torture comes out for the Complexity team, so we'll see if they choose to run a support hero once again. And the big guy, Monkey King, that's an important pick right there. We'll see who is, in fact, going to be playing him. I'm honestly not sure which member of Complexity even plays that Monkey King. I honestly don't know that I've ever seen him be played before, so interesting there. QsQ rounds out their normal pick with Tremble. So Style going to be getting, or Style or Nox, I've seen both of them play the hero before, but one of them going to be playing a Tremble. And then with Silhouette, that's already going to be a lot of farm soaked up by those 2 heroes, so they got to be careful what they round out their team with. Wild Soul, the first pick out of the lock for Complexity, grabbing their Suicide, and I suspect they would want to finish up with a jungler, but no jungler available, so most likely going to be a second support here in a 2-2-1 lane setup for Complexity as they finish out with either Glacius or a Luna most likely. QsQ probably going to go with Bubbles, but no, not going to go with Bubbles. So now this opens up complexity to be able to take the Bubbles, send that Suicide, send Wild Soul into the jungle, send Monkey King Torture in the mid lane, and then Moon Queen to the short. But instead, they will run the 2-2-1 with the final pickup right there of a Luna. So both of these teams running no jungle. Interesting. I suppose Wild Soul has the opportunity to go into that jungle if they want to solo something. But looking at the hero lineups, I do believe that Jesse is going to be playing the Suicide Wild Soul here momentarily for complexity, with B-Kid most likely going to be supported by Franzi in that middle lane. Moonbeam are going to be supporting Moon Queen in the bottom lane, the short lane. That's my thoughts on what might be going on here. On the other side, though, the QsQ lineup perhaps a little bit more convoluted. You have a couple of supports by way of Nymphora and Glacius, and expect them to be each supporting perhaps a Silhouette and Pebbles with a solo Tremble. Yeah. So Style will be playing that solo short Tremble while the rest of the QsQ team makes their way into the enemy jungle. Complexity, though, with a nice level 1 team, they're going to be making their way over there as well. Wild Soul in the top lane, but 4-on-4 action perhaps here in the bottom lane. The stuns, chain reaction, you got the power throw, you got Lunar Beam, and of course Monkey King. We'll see if he gets the Heavenly Vault first. I would suspect that could put a lot of hurt here on the QsQ team, and I think they might see Torturer right now, and in fact they do see Torturer now as Word of Sight is going down. Glacius kind of leading the charge, though, and Glacius takes the Moonbeam. A nice Zeal Stun going to stop Monkey King. There's the chain reaction, though. Stalagmite's trying to be defensive, and Moonbeam are actually eating the tree right there to get rid of that tree grapple, and in the end, the ward will not be placed here by the Hellborn team. Successful defense by Complexity, and they've got to be happy with that. They might have been able to get a first blood onto that Glacius if Nova had not been in position with that Zeal Stun to actually prevent that from happening. But in the end, both teams are able to get into their lanes, and we can take a look a little bit better at what these lanes are. Chessie going to be going up against Style in the Wild Soul versus Tremble matchup. I think Tremble should do relatively well here. It's really going to come down to a lot of skill here, though. The micro from Chessie, he's not going to be using his bear to try to pull the lane back just yet. He might do that on some subsequent waves, but in the bottom lane, though, it looks like we're going to have tri-lane versus tri-lane. So how about that? Torture, a Luna, going to be supporting Moon Queen, whereas Glacius and Nymphora are going to be supporting Silhouette. Torture maybe a little bit out of position right there as a power throw comes in, does force the Hellborn team back. They don't want anything to do with that. Great job hitting both of the supporting players. So, interesting lane here in the bottom. Moon Queen, she does have the range disadvantage, but she does have the damage advantage in terms of last hitting, and will have the availability of the Moonbeams to assist in last hitting or harass as needed. I think that I like QsQ's tri-lane a little bit better, but Moon Queen is also in the short lane, so she gets that advantage as well. As in the top lane, Wild Soul and Chessie, it's going to come down to a lot of skill right there. There's not a huge favor in that matchup. I think it's going to be similar in the bottom. I think both of these teams have a three ranged tri-lane, and it's going to come down to who's going roaming, who's going to be going and trying to get better lane control. It's going to be coming down to who gets the first stun off, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. As Franzi has done a little bit of pulling here, trying to vie for a little bit of lane control, deny some experience, but Zeal Stun comes out right there. Nova able to grab the hit on one of the neutrals and able to get the last hit on two standard creeps, so good for him. The QsQ team responding appropriately by stealing pretty much all of those creeps. Monkey King versus Pebbles in the middle lane. This is another matchup that there's not a whole lot of favor here. Monkey King, you might say that if he gets a lucky rune, will win this, but you can say the same for Pebbles. If Pebbles grabs a double damage, then he's going to be able to win this. If Pebbles blows all of his mana and almost kills Monkey King and then picks up a regen, going to be able to win this. Whereas Monkey King picks up double damage, he can kill the Pebbles, or a haste, might be able to kill the Pebbles or one of the other lanes. So all three of these lanes really going to be coming down to a lot of skill. And so that's what we're going to be looking at here. As the Monkey King does use the Heavenly Vault Pebbles actually trying to get out of there as he will miss the bottle, or excuse me, the stalagmites, and uses the bottle. Silhouette putting out some serious pressure onto Luna. Gonna take the Moonbeam, the power throw, chain reaction, and auto attacks finish off Nox. So a great job there from the Complexity team, able to get the Moonbeam into chain reaction, power throw, and auto attacks necessary to finish off Silhouette, bring home the first blood, and on the most important player here. So that was very, very well done. Monkey King putting out some serious pressure onto Pebbles as he's gotten relatively low on life. The rune, I'm not sure who actually had the rune. It did spawn over a minute ago, and I didn't see anybody actually pick it up. So that's a little bit interesting. It's possible that somebody, well, it's likely that that somebody just picked it up without me noticing, but it seems not to have had too much of an effect on the game just yet. Take a look at the CS here in the top and middle lanes. Chessie currently 11 and 5 as opposed to the 13 and 3 Tremble, so once again splitting relatively evenly. Monkey King 9 and 2 as opposed to the 20 and 6 in the middle lane. Yonisum fan taking a nice lead over B-Kid here in this middle lane. Coming to lane with that hatchet enables Pebbles to just have such good farm. His high-end damage is so good, and Monkey King gonna take the stalagmites right there. Should be able to actually clear this distance and will be able to get the bottle off on the regen. So good use of his skills, able to get the regen, and should give him a decent advantage in this lane. Pebbles, of course, out of health regen. Monkey King might be able to do some significant damage, chug that regen, force Pebbles into town, as once again a nice power throw in the bottom lane. Chessie, or excuse me, Moon Meander supporting down here as they're looking for a kill. There's the Emerald Lightning onto Nymphora. Zeal Stun going to be able to put the stop to that for now. Final auto attack not going to be there. There's the power throw there. They're going to be able to get Glacius as well. He takes the fall, and Moon Meander gets a double tap. So well played to him as QsQ's tri-lane. I gave them a possible advantage, but it is falling apart. Is in the top lane. Styles going to be in some trouble as well. Noxy gets a kill in the bottom lane, but Tremble takes the fall. Chessie getting some huge roots in that lane. Looking so good. And, well, able to definitely get something nice happening there. But in the bottom, I mentioned that Nox did get the kill onto Moon Queen, so not exactly sure what happened there. Was looking up top. But a kill on the Moon Queen is, of course, great. There's the Moonbeam. Chain reaction stun coming as well. Emerald Lightning in the power throw. Haxerin grabs the last hit on Moon Queen, so exactly what you want. Now a 4-to-1 hero kill advantage in this bottom lane. And Chessie makes that a 4 hero kill advantage in total with his kill on Tremble up in the top. Ghost Marchers have now been picked up on the bear as there's initiation in the middle lane. One-shot slam comes in, doesn't land the second stun. Not exactly a perfect combo there from B-Kid. In the end, though, he will be sending Pebbles home, most likely. No, Pebbles choosing to stay there. And if Monkey King goes in with a couple of elusive strikes, he might be able to get the kill. Of course, Pebbles does have Chunk and Stalagmites available to him. Two very defensive spells that might be able to keep him alive. Tremble taking another root. These roots out of this bear are just so good right now for Chessie. He's getting a fantastic job there as Monkey King does pick up bottle and use a haste. 15 seconds left on that one. Pebbles uses the Hellborn advantage, chops down this tree, and is able to actually get over to the observatory to pick up a health potion rather than having to go all the way to town. One of the major advantages of actually being on the Hellborn team. That's not something that players have been doing for super long. Probably first time I saw it in a competitive game was probably about a year ago now. As Tremble takes another root up there, trying to get the damage onto Boo Boo. Boo Boo's going to turn around and just man up, though, and says, whatever, I don't care. Moonbeam, chain reaction onto them for Tree Grapple, going to stop Moon Queen for now. Zeal Stun going to be going out as well. But the Impalement auto attacks from Franzi finish it off. Haxerin does drop, though. So Complexity going to need to get another kill right here to even things out. Moon Meander trying to get in there. Ice Imprisonment though, and Moon actually going to be the one to fall. Glacius will escape, and well played by the QsQ team. Complexity actually just perhaps getting a little bit too greedy. Moon in specific just staying too long down there. Thought he was going to be able to get the kill. In the end, gives up his own life and not even able to get the kill. Pebbles in the middle lane versus Monkey King. Let's take a look at the CS once again. 29 and 9 to 29 and 9. There's the Heavenly Vault onto the Wanjin Slam. No, Wanjin Slam's not there. I thought it was. Monkey King. There is the elusive dash. This time, the combo actually onto Monkey King, and he takes a significant amount of damage. Pebbles gets a health potion and some mana from the Grace of the Nymph. They're going to be looking to maybe take down Monkey King, but no. In the end, not quite able to. Battle of the, I don't even know what you want to call them. Battle of the pets up here. The bear and Boris going at it just a little bit. If this was Russia, then the bear would be called Boris. That was terrible. Treble still continuing to struggle against Chessie. 31 and 10 as opposed to the 34 and 5 of Tremble. Well, there's the initiation onto Silhouette. Combo onto the Wanjin Slam, but no! Monkey Kid goes down. B-Kid with a big dive. Power throw. Nice use of the power supply right there. And Silhouette will be able to survive. So Complexity giving up some more unnecessary kills, and B-Kid just not finding success so far with this Monkey King. It's, like I said, it's a hero that I just have not seen used a lot by the Complexity squad. And going out on a limb right here and just trying to make something happen. It's not worked out super well for them thus far. Yonasim Fan continuing to farm that middle lane as he is up to 273 gold per minute. Is in the bottom lane. Seal Stun going to connect, and lots and lots of action so far in this game. 10 minutes in, or 9 minutes in, we are at 10 kills. Monkey King down in levels against this Pebbles. Needs to be very careful. He could actually drop pretty easily to this Pebbles. The one thing he has going for him is, well, that he's Monkey King. He's highly mobile. He also has a ton of armor. As in the bottom lane, there's a Moonbeam going out. No follow-up, though, as Francie is actually not in the area. He's going top to try to get a kill onto Tremble. The Mound will most likely spot him out, though, but not going to really matter here. There's the dust onto Tremble. Chain reaction not going to be used just yet. There's the impalement going off, and where's the chain reaction? Peter missing it, and unfortunately, I don't know if they're going to be able to run down Tremble. Needs to get the big root right here. Not going to get the root just yet. One more auto attack. Where's the root? And Tremble just trying to make his great escape. And there's the chain reaction this time. He goes down. Combo onto Torturer, though. And Pebbles cleans up not only Torturer, but the Snotter Camp as well. Pebbles now perhaps in a little bit of trouble as the Bear is trying to run him down. Support coming in right here via a TP that looks like it's going to be Nova. But a Monkey King right there, able to get in position and bring down the Pebbles. Moon Queen came very close to using her ultimate right there. The Moon Finale was activated, but canceled very, very quickly. I get so scared when I use big cooldowns like that and stop cancel them, because I know that 9 times out of 10 I'm probably going to screw it up. As Haxron does want to go for the kill on the Glacius. Glacius actually getting in range. No, not going to go for the Ice Imprisonment just yet. More big roots coming out as Style, even with that Helm of the Black Legion, just taking so much pressure. Moon Queen left to solo in this bottom lane for now. Needs to be very careful not to extend too far. Doesn't know who's around and who's got what cooldowns available. Chessie just farming. Just going to kill Boris, says, I don't care if you're attacking me. And the Bear falls actually to a catapult right there, not to Tremble. Less than ideal for him. Is in the bottom lane. There's the Moon Finale, and Nova will go down. Great job by Moon Queen. Got another Moonbeam available, and there it is onto Glacius. Power throw and the auto attacks to finish him off. Haxorton grabs a double tap in that bottom lane, so maybe it wasn't him that needed to be careful after all. Good job getting that done. Silhouette struggling to find a ton of farm. 241 gold per minute currently. And really does need to find some, because the rest of his team is not doing so hot. Complexity up double the hero kills of their opponents. 10-5 at 12 minutes in, and 2,700 gold, 2,100 experience up, as there's the, well, not going to use the power throw actually. Now instead going to use the power throw and miss it. So that was a little bit interesting. But yeah, the top farmers here on the QsQ team, all sub 250 gold per minute, roughly. And need to really pick that up if they want to compete, as Silhouette looks like she wants to go in, was considering using that tree grapple, and actually does use the tree grapple. Not quite able to wrap all the way around, but pounding in some serious auto attacks there on the Moon Queen. If that Thunder Blast had been just a little bit sooner and they'd been able to line up a Ice Imprisonment, oh, Haxorn would most certainly be dead. We'll see if Glacius actually goes in for another Thunder Blast, but Hax falling back for now, and the Courier starting to bring out some items as, well, Pebbles wants to get a kill onto Monkey King, but likewise, Monkey wants to go back in the top lane. Speaking of going back, Chessie had to go home and regen a little bit, and as a result, Tremble will be able to get this tower deny, most likely. Boo Boo Bear is in position, and TPs are coming in as well. Tower does go down in favor of Style. Monkey King in position, though. There's the Wanjin Slam. Not going to use the Vault just yet. Illusory Dash. There's the Vault, but second Vault coming out. A really sloppy combo right there from Monkey King. Just not able to get what he needed. A lot of that came down to Boris using a very well-timed pin. Well, Impaler's coming out onto Monkey King, and Beacon might be in some trouble. Gonna get some mana there onto Glacius, and Monkey King will have to use the elusive dash to try to get out of there. Wild Soul might be the next target, though, and with just red boots, might get run down. Tremble a little bit faster than him while on these mounds. And a Thunder Blast even being used. Dark Swarm activated by Tremble as they're getting some support by way of Pebbles. There's the combo with Stalagmites, and Monkey King in some serious trouble. He's able to escape for now, and looks like he's actually going to be able to get away. Wild Soul gets away as well. And what is this? Is this the Great Escape? Like, I don't understand how no one died in that entire engagement. Sile just took the tower, and then 7 people chased each other around for a minute and a half, and no one died. So... that is that. Bottom tower goes down in favor of the Legion Tri-Lane. Able to push that one down. That does bring Moon Meander's, or excuse me, Haxorn's farm up to 290. Top lane, though, there's no fortification available, so this tower will go down. And, well, does go down in favor of Male on Glacius, playing secondary support. So Glacius gets the first hit root right there, and he will just die. There you go. Chessie able to pick up the serial killer streak by bringing home the Iceman's head. Tremble in the middle lane looking for this tower kill. Level 10 Monkey King says, yeah, I don't think I'm going to let you have that. Red Power Throw even cleaning up a little bit as well. As there's the Heavenly Vault. Not able to quite get the kill, but deals enough damage to thwart Tremble. Pushes him way back, and now the tower's safe for now. There's another push coming in, and Pebbles might have something to say about that tower remaining alive. There's the Chuck, and the Ice Imprisonment onto Monkey King should follow. Not going to, though. Chain Reaction going to be coming in. Stalagmites onto Monkey King. So Glacius is going to fall, but Monkey King might pay for it. As there's the Chuck onto him. He will go down. Pebbles perhaps in some trouble. There's the Chain Reaction stuns. The Power Throw, the Emerald Lightning, and the auto attacks to finish off Jonas and Fan. Great job by the Complexity team to avenge B-Kid by picking up Glacius and Pebbles. Chessie, after going for those early Ghost Marches on his bear, picks up some Striders of his own and 2,200 gold. As actually Tremble's in some trouble. There's the Moonbeam. Moon Finale even being activated, and Haxorn will pick up that kill, upgrading his farm to 316 gold per minute. He's got the gold package now, and so with that, able to look pretty good. Keeping even with Silhouette on the other team. The big difference here is the gold and experience differential on the rest of their players. I mean, you talk about Francie here on Torture, 220 gold per minute, and level 8 as opposed to a level 5 Glacius and a level 4 Nymphora. It's not even in the same world. Nymphora at exactly half the farm as Francie, and so it's just not working out for him in that respect. Their farm on their main farming heroes, the Pebbles, the Silhouette, the Tremble is not strong enough to really outcarry that deficit at this point in the game. Perhaps they're able to get some good picks, some good team fights, a good defense, maybe a lucky push, and then they're able to equalize that out a little bit. But right now they really do need to find some farm on Tremble. They need to find some farm on this Pebbles so that Pebbles can finish up that portal. Okay, never mind. Pebbles does have a portal key. Level 11 at 17 minutes in. That's a very good time to hit level 11. with that, will be able to combo down Moon Queen, Luna, Torture very, very easily. Even Wild Soul, if he catches him outside of bear form, might be able to catch him before he gets to Mystic Vestments. Chuck going to be going in right there as Jonas and Fan steals a couple of creeps and then just walks away. More accurately, he portal keys away, so I don't want you guys to get nitpicky here with me. He portal keys away. There's the chain reaction stun. Pebbles going to be coming in, though, and not actually going to be coming in just yet. There's the combo, and Francie's going to hit the floor, but Pebbles in some serious trouble. Monkey King is there. One-Jit Slam. That was a nice combo from Monkey King. Able to do quite a bit of damage to Pebbles, and Haxorun with the ultimate warrior streak going up to 5-2-3, 348 gold per minute, tied with Chessie for top farm in the game. Speaking of Chessie, though, at his 350 gold per minute, he's finishing up his Maka Brilliance pretty soon. Sword of the High already there, now about 1,000 gold, a little more than 1,000 gold away from finishing up his Maka Brilliance, and that will spell certain tragedy for the QsQ team. Deactivating the portal key on Pebbles, and of course just doing so much damage to heroes that are like level 5 and 6. Yeah, that's not going to be good if there's a Maka Brilliance Bear chasing them around with phase boots. Not good at all. Moon Queen picks up a Blessed Orb first, so interesting. This leads me to believe that Haxorun is going to be going for a Geometer's Bane first, but he's also worried about the amount of HP he has. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick up a Mystic Vestments at some point here. Maybe sell the Mana Battery and pick up a Mystic Vestments, but he's concerned about getting comboed down by Pebbles. And with the additional 10 stats, equal to that of a Mighty Blade, well, Moon Queen's going to be able to get some additional HP so that he might not be comboed down as effectively by this Pebbles. Oh, Moon Queen holds the ult once again. Haxorun doing a great job of actually holding onto that ultimate and not wasting it. But now he's going to use it onto Pebbles, actually. And Pebbles drops the Stalagmites. Ice Imprisonment's going to come out right here. And 4 teleports coming in. And Haxorun in some serious trouble. There's the Chuck as well. And Haxorun will go down. Style gets the last hit. And ends that legendary streak for, or excuse me, Ultimate Warrior streak for 355 gold. Not too bad. B-Kid still trying to find some farm here in the middle lane. He has gone for a Helm of the Black Legion as well as a Grave Locket. So getting the mana with that Grave Locket, and the Helm of the Black Legion just allows him to get in the middle of those team fights and be the initiator he wants to be. As there's the chain reaction stun. Power Throw still not going out. And is available. Silhouette actually going to use the illusion, so she does teleport on out of there. Hope that B-Kid doesn't see her. She will be able to get out of there just fine. So Silhouette getting very, very feisty. I don't know why she went in so far right there. It seemed like she gave up an unnecessary amount of life, especially since she's not going to town. She's just looking to go up top now and actually find Chessie. The bear just starting to work on Silhouette, though. And this is what I'm talking about. He could die. No! Power Throw not going to connect. Death Lotus going out. The bear going to be able to find Silhouette. Can't attack, though. And Chessie gets the combo right there, and he will take the fall. Red Lightning is down for a long time. For some reason, the cooldowns aren't showing up right now. Okay. So it doesn't actually tell me how long the Emerald Red is down for. 30 seconds until the next charge. Okay, that's kind of irritating. But, well, in that time, Silhouette will be able to safely make it back to town. So close to actually being able to pick up a kill on Silhouette that started all the way in the bottom lane. She teleported here, walked over here, then teleported over here. The first teleport being that of swapping to the Shadow. Pebbles might want to go for a combo here on the Monkey King, but not a real strong chance of killing him. 1300 life with 10.3 magic armor and 10.8 standard armor. Pretty tanky guy. Silhouette has finished up her Nullstone now. Won't be as easy for certain players to get the gank on her as before. It's actually teleporting into the bottom lane. Looking for a gank perhaps in the jungle, trying to spot somebody out. And they will find Moon Queen here momentarily. No, not able to quite get the read on Moon Queen. As a result, they're just going to make their way back into the lane, do a little bit of farming, support their Silhouette. Oh, Tremble. Hellfire's not going to save you right here. There's the pin back onto the bear. And, well, Hellfire didn't save him, but his Boris certainly did. As there's support coming in now from Pebbles and Glacius. And Tremble, they need to know that Tremble's manning up right now because he has support coming in. Immediately see the Complexity team fall back. They know that that top tower is available and that TP support is a possibility. But they're going back in right now, and they need to be very, very careful. Boo Boo has finished up that Mock of Brilliance in addition to the Ghost Marchers. So going to be able to put out some pretty serious damage there. As well, Haxrin working on cleaning up some triple stacked Ancients, and with that, getting close to being 400 gold per minute. Still staying neck and neck with Nox, actually. Interesting that Tremble does actually go for a Hellflower here. That's going to be the first item that he goes for, and, well, no. He will, in fact, just fall back a little bit. Monkey King starting to bank up some gold, and I'm interested to see that what he's going to be going for next. And the possibilities are really very, very numerous. Too numerous to count almost. Soul's Bulwark, Shrunken Head, and perhaps a Hellflower, probably the top three choices there. Shield Breaker, Frostburn, also possibilities. I mean, there really are a lot of different things that you can build on this Monkey King. I mean, I've even seen Souls into a Frostfield plate. I've actually seen it work. Like in a relatively competitive game, I've seen that work. But he does have a lot of versatility as, well, Hellflower going to be applied here onto Wild Soul momentarily. There's the combo onto him, and he does take the fall, so that Hellflower paying off. Chain reaction onto Tremble. Support from the Complexity squad not really in sight. And there's the Thunder Blast onto Torture. Gonna need to use the Skeleton King to hopefully get a pin. No, Torture out of position. He gets caught, and well done there to the QsQ team. Actually evening up the gold and experience lead significantly right there. As, what the hell happened? Pebbles actually went in right there, wanted to get the kill on Dual Luna. There's the nice Emerald Red Lightning, though, and does bring down Pebbles. So, Yonasim fan did a great job of actually getting some of these recent kills, throwing it away a little bit right there as the Glyph of Fortification is now activated. Going to be trying to get the deny. No! Hellborn team not going to be denied, as there's a red power throw. Tremble might be in some trouble. No! He's going to be able to get away for now. Monkey King not going to go for the Heavenly Vault, and Tremble will escape with that Homecoming Stone. So QsQ, they're fighting back. They were down about 5,000 gold and experience a few minutes ago, but with some successful pickoffs and with some good farm, and with a lot of pushing, really, in the middle lane here, then they've been able to do a great job of coming back into this game. I mean, Nox farming 421 gold per minute, looking very good on him. Wild Soul picking up some Mystic Vestments for himself, but his farm has started to taper off just a little bit. And B-Kid continuing to have relatively minimal success here on Monkey King, a hero that does need a pretty good start and then the ability to snowball. But without that good start, he's kind of fallen behind. Does pick up Soul's Bulwark now, so not going to leave that for Chessie to pick up. That would normally be something that a Wild Soul might grab. Start working on Demonic, as Wild Soul does TP in right here. Hellfire goes out. Zealstun is there, and auto attacks to finish him off. So miscommunication there from the Complexity team, sending one of their own to actually die. Chessie thought that he was going to be able to get some support from his teammates. Unfortunately, the only other player with a TP scroll on them was Aluna, and she might have actually just picked it up right there. Moon and the rest of the crew, though, they are in the top lane, looking to set up a kill onto Silhouette. Will they be able to? Emerald Red going to go off right there. She's able to get the tree grapple out, though. The chain reaction stun just not in time. It was well planned, unfortunately not executed perfectly. As just chain reaction stun was just a split second late right there. Maybe the Moonbeam was. I'm not quite sure which one was supposed to go next. But in the end, Silhouette able to escape and live another day with her Nullstone finished up, and now a Shield Breaker. Shrunken Breaker? That's what I was going to try to call it. Wouldn't that be something? Shrunken Breaker. Isn't that kind of what the Abyssal Blade is in Dota 2? The stun going through BKB? interesting thought to think about. But yeah, Silhouette going to be able to put out a lot of damage in these team fights. Going for that route that Tralf does like to favor with the shield breaker. So both teams just kind of content to sit back and farm a little bit. QsQ, because they've knocked down all their opponent's towers, and now they're going to be able to do a little bit of resource management, just farm their own jungle. As the Hellflower onto the Bear, there's the combo as well, and they're going to be able to walk it down with the Impalers here. So Bear will take the fall, giving out some experience and gold to all the members of the Complexity squad. Who has TPs here? Treble does. Everybody does have a TP, so QsQ might try to actually defend this. I would expect one TP coming in, but no, they're going to try to put some pressure onto the defensive tower in their base, and Complexity not looking to base trade right now. Will instead fall back a little bit. Pebbles has the potential to actually turn around. No, he will turn around and drop the stalagmites, nothing more. As Franzi is... what is that an illusion? No, that's Franzi. The other team knows he's in there, and QsQ trying to get him out of there. Oh! That ice imprisonment might have been on time right there. Instead, does go on to Silhouette. There's a Tremble going on to Moon Queen down here. Moon Queen going to try to open up with the Moon Finale. Activates the Geometer's Bane. And Tremble in some serious trouble. Nice red power throw. And Moon Meander cleans up that kill. So Style, serial killer streak put to an end right then and there. Getting just perhaps a little bit too aggressive. For those of you who might be expecting to see the Sound Blaster Heroes League on right now, we are going to be continuing with Complexity Scrims while these are going on, and the two semifinals of qualifier number 2 for the Sound Blaster Heroes League are happening right now. Going to be casting both of those games from replay after Complexity Scrims today, so be sure to tune in for that a little bit later on. Double damage Wild Soul. Kind of walking around and maybe go clear up some Ancients or something along those lines. Make some good use of that double damage, and in fact he will. Gonna wait to stack them first. As Silhouette's continuing to upgrade her Shield Breaker, looking a little bit more fearsome as time goes on. Doing a lot of damage when she's able to pound out those auto attacks in the team fights. On the other side, Moon Queen going for that Geometer's Bane, and then she's going to be going into a Shrunken Head after that. But, well, Silhouette trying to get in there. Actually is going to get the kill on the Moon Meander. Might even be able to get Franzi as well. Yes, he will get Franzi. So Nox just... That's Shield Breaker for you. That is a level 2 Shield Breaker, just killing both of those supports. Those aren't even super underfarmed supports. That's a level 11 Aluna and a level 9 Torture with the makings of an Astrolabe. Like, not 500 HP supports, not 700 like over here for QsQ. Those are pretty healthy looking, decent level supports. Just immediately killed there, and then uses the Shadow to actually teleport on out. So very, very well done by Nox. Still farming top in the game, 458 gold per minute. Kongor does go down now, and Silhouette picks up that Token of Life. Finishes up her level 3 Shield Breaker. And this is going to be QsQ's opportunity to try to apply some serious pressure to the Legion team, to the Legion base. The bottom tower already at sub half health, and at about a third right now. And we'll see if that might go down relatively soon. Style on Tremble is starting to push up pretty aggressively down here. Has picked up a Firebrand. Grabbed that immediately after he actually died in the last engagement. A Silhouette trying to do some creep farming. And will in fact clean up quite a few. So a lot of players here. Will they be able to get everything off in time? Tree Grapple is going out. Going to try to bring down Franzi in time. No, he's going to have to change to that Shadow, and indeed he does. Franzi's so close to dying, though. Look at the amount of damage that Silhouette can do. Not even going all out. Didn't use the Tree Grapple to get the stun right there. Just so much damage, and TP's multiple. of them coming into the complexity base. Do not want to be giving up towers for free. And, of course, Torture needs to get a little bit of regen going on. Once more, guys, I want to reiterate that this is a preview of this weekend's match that's going to be cast by HoNcast. Complexity taking on QsQ in the HoN Tour cycle number 3, lower bracket round of 4. That's the top 6. So loser of that is going to go out in 5th, 6th place. Winner of that continues to the top 4 to the lower bracket round of 2 to play against Trademark Esports, who just defeated Lions 2-0 today. So this is a preview of that match that will be going on this Saturday to be cast by HoNcast. So look for really some of these strategies, some of the successful strategies by each of these teams to possibly be employed in that series. And of course, look for both of these teams to just play fantastic and show you guys some awesome games. HoNcast is going to be casting that, and they'll take care of you real good. I'll, of course, be providing my own coverage of HoN Tour on Saturday. Going to be taking a look at perhaps winners bracket finals, and actually, I think winners bracket finals is later in the day. I don't know. We'll figure something out, as Aluna is going to be taking a lot of pressure right here. And, well, she is able to escape for now. Silhouette getting deep, trying to kill Francie. And Francie going to get 3 shots. No! Silhouette actually goes down to a huge amount of damage with that power throw. And Silhouette immediately teleports back to the Shadow. Gets another token of life on that Shadow. So it'll come back now. It's not going to happen. But almost killing Francie once more. Nox not using that token of life necessarily to its full extent. Not going to be used in the team fight. It really did empower the QsQ pushing ability. But unfortunately thrown away there. An attempted gank on a support. Complexity up 1-0 in this scrim series. Looked very, very dominant in the last game. This time, they're down a little bit, actually. 4,000 gold in experience. They've been pushed heavily. The late game may belong here to the Hellborn. I really feel like they're kind of equal. Monkey King, his farm is pretty not where it needs to be. Grabbing an Energizer after that Soul's Bulwark. Wild Soul is still farming decent, as Boo Boo has picked up an Abyssal Skull, and he has a 600 gold in the bank as well. But really just not in the 400, 500 range where you would want them to be, as big initiation could be coming in right here. Double damage Pebbles with a shrunken head. Going to be looking to go on to Moon Queen, and QsQ's coming in right here, right now. Chain reaction onto Pebbles, though, so he's going to get caught out of position. Style is taking a ton of pressure. The Moon Finale going to be going out. Style goes down. Over here, though, Francie going to be the first to fall. Pebbles with the shrunken head activated will be able to escape for now. Down goes Glacius. Pebbles is able to get the portal key on out of there, but over on the other side, Silhouette just tearing through people. She's able to get out of there with the Shadow, but not before actually putting out a ton of pressure onto Wild Soul. And Nymphora is also going to be falling. Red Power Throw going to not really going to hit anything, and Complexity definitely getting the better end of that engagement, trading 1 for 3, including the kill on Tremble right there. So something that they're very, very happy with, and with those players being down, going to be able to actually get the push started here and try to take out this middle tower. Moon Queen with 3,850 gold could be waiting for perhaps actually a combo going out onto Moon right there, and whoa! Moon actually will be able to escape with the use of the push stick and the Deja Vu. So, oh man, poor Pebbles. He was so close to getting that last auto attack off. Just a couple more frames and he would have had it, but Moon does a great job of escaping. Moon Queen, after getting some gold from the tower kill in the middle with 4,200 gold saved up. It'll be interesting to see what she goes for next. Already with the Whispering Helm, the Geometry's Bane, and the Shrunken Head. Possibilities next, finishing up with Symbol of Rage, or going for Savage Mace. Those are your two most likely next. Could go for an Assassin's Shroud into a Genjuro, and could go for a Wingbow. The problem with Wingbow is that if you get one, a Savage Mace, which is core for Silhouette and that she's actually already started with that Slayer, is going to be a pretty good counter to that, granting that True Strike. And Moon Queen does finish up the Symbol of Rage, so wants to be able to survive in those team fights, wants to make sure that she's not giving up unnecessary kills. Will save getting the high damage items till just a little bit later. Silhouette playing super aggressive, as Silhouettes should. This is really the strength of this hero, is using that Shadow to Keep yourself safe while you can aggressively farm in situations where a Moon Queen or a Draconis simply could not. Was that a Slayer that I just saw? A Slayer picked up here on Chessie. Going to be delivered to the bear. So going to be starting to work on a Savage Mace, or I can't possibly see a Doombringer coming out on Boo Boo. Can I? I don't know. I don't know. It is just a scrim, so we've seen some crazy things happen in scrims before, where you're not playing for money, you're not playing for seeding, you're not playing for prizes, you're just playing for some practice, some pride, and to try out some new things. And something new would definitely be a Doombringer on Boo Boo Bear. So we'll see if maybe that might come out. That would certainly be exciting, right? My dumb cat. She's pounding on the door. The door to the room that I'm casting in is closed, and she's just pounding on the door, just kneading the door, saying, "Pet me, pet me." No, Katie, casting right now. I'll pet you later. Not for a while, though. Still got a few more casts going on today. Going to be going into that Sound Blaster Heroes League, which will be 2 best-of-1s. Tomorrow's finals will, in fact, be a best-of-3 being cast by HoNcast, so make sure to tune in for more information regarding the time of that match. Tower does go down here in favor of Nova. What? How did Nova get in there? Silhouette's actually going to start to put some auto attacks into the melee ranks, so just, you know, that's what they do. They play so far up, and then they use that as actually in the top lane. Chessie perhaps in some trouble here. Is he going to be able to escape? There's the chuck the bear! Oh, he gets the bear instead of Chessie. Well played by Mr. Rasmus over there, but not able to quite clean that one up, and using his bear is able to save himself. I'm gonna yell at this cat real quick. Stop. I don't know if you guys were able to hear her pounding or not, but it's really quite loud, and I'm wearing some headphones that don't really let a whole lot of sound in, so don't want her doing that. Frenzy on Torture, he's been trying to finish up his Astrolabe for so long, but also trying to get the wards out. Portal Key on Aluna, so this is actually a new Flavor of the Month item. This is the 3rd time I've seen this in 2 days. This is no longer just trolling, this is now a Flavor of the Month item on Aluna. Picking up a Portal Key on a secondary support Aluna, it's going to be used to allow them to get into position for some very nice Emerald Red Lightnings. Get those 5-second stuns, and we'll see how it's used in the upcoming team fight. Silhouette has finished up her Savage Mace now. Hellfire going to be applied onto Moon Queen as Tremble goes in the front line. Wanjin Slam to be going down. Zealstun not going to connect with anybody as Moon Queen's just manning up. Going to get hit by the Slagmite Stun. Power Throw as well as the Emerald Lightning onto Pebbles, and Pebbles just going to take the auto attacks. He goes down. Shrunken Head is not safe. Him. Torture falls, and Silhouette will be able to teleport back to the illusion. So with 1 player down each, the more significant player is dead for the Hellborn team, and the Legion, with them still being down a little bit, looking to bring down this tower. Of course, Boo Boo Bear doing so much damage. There's no buyback available on Yonasom Fan, so they're going to have to turtle this one out and fight without him. Silhouette looking to pound in some more auto attacks into Moon Queen. The Hellflower is available now. Moon Queen activates the Shrunken Head, so she's looking to man up. Damage onto the Glacius over there as Monkey King's able to finish him off. B-Kid going in right there. They're actually taking a lot of pressure as Moon Queen's going to need to activate that Symbol of Rage, and indeed she does. Shrunken Head activated on Tremble. He's trying to run down, but no, push sticks onto Moon Queen. She's able to get out of there, and just like that, the melee ranks goes down. Complexity loses Torture in the early fight, but will be able to fall back without losing any additional players. Well executed by Complexity, able to take the 2,000 gold lead, and now only 2,700 experience behind, but they've got a Rax, and that's what's very, very important, that's for sure. Okay, I clicked on the wrong thing. I was like, Boo Boo no longer has items, I guess. No. He does still have those items, and so, his master, about 300 gold from finishing up the Savage Mace. Ongor attempt going down here for the Hellborn team, and apparently Complexity doesn't know No, they have to know. Kongor is going to go down right here. And Token of Life to be picked up by Silhouette. Here comes the initiation, though. Moonbeam onto Tremble. Chain reaction. And Tremble's in some serious trouble. He's going to be able to activate the Shrunken Head and get out of there. Not even going to be able to activate the Shrunken Head. Torture going down to Silhouette in the back of everything. As Tremble is able to escape. Nova gets cleaned up by Monkey King. And we're back over here as Aluna's taking a lot of pressure. She goes down. True Strike down, dropping onto the ground. Able to teleport out with the Silhouette illusion. And so both the supports go down for Complexity. And Silhouette still able to stand strong in there. Will they be going in once again? Yonasom Fan does not have his Shrunken Head activated. Will he be looking for maybe a kill onto Moon Queen? Not going to happen just yet. Instead, just going to sit back. Both teams going to nurse their wounds and look to maybe go into another fight. Who knows? 42 minutes into this game, guys. 23-18 in terms of hero kills. The gold lead virtually non-existent. Experience lead 5,000 in the favor of QsQ. So we are looking at a very, very even game. We have great farm coming out on Moon Queen at 548 GPM and Silhouette at also 548 GPM. And you can see it right here. The two that were up in the top lane, Tremble at 428 gold per minute, whereas Chassis finishing up the Savage Mace on his bear is close to pushing 400 himself. Monkey King a little bit higher than Yonasom Fan being playing the Pebbles on the other side. Hellborn team, they're looking for a pickoff right here. They want one, and they will find Silhouette. There's the combo. The Geometer's Maid going to be going off. She's able to use the tablet of command and the push stick, activating the Moon Finale. Going to be trying to get into the middle of everything. The Zeal Stun going off, not going to be able to connect with anybody, and with major cooldowns used by both sides, but no kills, both teams going to choose to retreat once more. So we go into these team fights and like one person dies, and then everybody says, okay, no cooldowns, I'm going back. So very, very interesting. Pebbles picks up a Soul's Bulwark for his own team. Going to be nice to turn that into a Demonic eventually. Well, the Firebrand from Tremble was turned into a Geometer's Bane to join up with his Hellflower and Helm of the Black Legion. Tremble's sitting on an additional 1,200 gold, so we'll see if he starts working on some more items soon. There's a lot of wealthy players in this game. 42 minutes in, there's a lot of luxury items going around, like the Savage Mace on the Bear, and Moon Queen even starting to pick up her Genjuro now, so going for that instead of a Savage Mace herself. Interesting choice. I don't disagree with it, but it's definitely a stylistic choice. It's going to enable her to be a little bit more mobile, to set up ganks a little bit better on her own, and of course to do a little bit more damage with the heavy, well, a lot bit more damage actually. Let's take a look at the stats on Genjuro because I'm not actually sure myself. Protective. 25 agility, 45 damage, 25 attack speed. So that's actually a pretty significant amount of everything. That's going to be able to boost her damage up quite a bit, as she did not begin to work on a Genjuro. She straight up bought the Genjuro. No buyback available, though, for Moon Queen. So if she gets picked off going into this upcoming fight, could be in some serious trouble. Silhouette buys out on some of these post-hastes here. Wants to make sure that she's able to be mobile in case any backdooring comes out, in case she has to buy back. She does have 3,800 gold to do so if needed, but she does also have that Token of Life. We'll see. Hellborn team looking to push in right here, and the vision has expired. Nova had a ward up there, I think expired within about the last minute or so. Monkey King has finished up his Shrunken Head, and the Hellborn team choosing to retreat. They see that there's actually too large of a push coming here in the middle lane, and go ahead and clean that one up, try to get a push going of their own in these lanes, and then perhaps try once again. Token of Life does have 2 minutes and 49 seconds left on it, and Silhouette once again aggressively farming. She's looking to find the farm where nobody else can, as the Shrunken Head had to be activated there on Tremble. And Silhouette, the illusion taking a lot of damage right here. Stalagmite's going to be going out, as once again, it looks like nobody's going to be dying. And, well, yeah, everyone is able to get out of there. Silhouette pounding in some damage. She does not have an illusion to port to, does she? Oh, no, the illusion did actually survive. And while Complexity, are they aware that this is going on? If they are, then they're not dealing with it. They have a TP only on Moon Queen, though. The Rax will go down, and this is going to turn into a base race situation. The silhouette image has expired, and she is back in town now. Well, there's the Hellflower onto one player. Combo coming out on the Monkey King. Monkey King in some serious trouble. He's going to be going down. Tremble goes down in the middle of the fight as well. Tremble buys back immediately. Silhouette goes down. Token of Life brings her back up as the Glaives are just bouncing around. In the middle of it, though, just everybody's taking so much damage. I have no clue what's going on. And Tremble's going to go down for once again. Pebbles goes down. Glacius is taking the fall. Silhouette trying to get the kills onto some of these players. Luna going to take the fall, but Silhouette will drop. She's going to buy back immediately and try to get back in this, but there are 4 players up for the Complexity team. Wild Soul starting to make quick work of this tower. Monkey King, he is back in it as well. What the hell happened to him? Did he buy back and get back there? He did, in fact, use those post-haste. And so there you go. Moon Queen just destroying this base right now. 2 sets of racks going down, and GG well played are coming out. Complexity in that last team fight just... I don't even know what happened. They were able to get the initiation of the Tremble, kill him so fast. There was no counter initiation coming out, and in the end, able to just out-farm, out-carry the opposing team. But guys, that will do it. So we'll see if we're going to be going into some more scrims here momentarily. But that does it for that one. Complexity up 2-0 in this Scrim series. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back in just a moment with more HoN, whether it's Scrimcast or otherwise. We, of course, do have the Sound Blaster Heroes League coming up in just a very short while. So make sure to check out both of those semifinals. And make sure to stay tuned right here to twitch.tv/ComplexityHoN for more coLcast. A huge shout out to both of these teams, Complexity and QsQ, for being here and allowing me to cast their games. And of course to Complexity Gaming. Without their support and yours at home, the viewers watching, I would not be able to be here casting all these games on a day-to-day basis. So thank you to the Complexity and to the sponsors. Make sure to support them as well. QPAT, PNY, Origin, Sound Blaster Creative, Twitch, and G8 brand. Guys, we'll be back in just a moment with more coLcast. Stick right here.